Yeah, 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 yeah. Oh, fun is officially out. It's officially yours. Welcome to another Fun Friday, the ultimate Fun Friday with your girl, Keba. Thank you so much for continuing to join me for this mini series. It's coming to a culmination right now with the release of Fun. Oh my gosh, it feels so good to say that. So, I had to come and give you fun facts about fun. Let's get into it. So, this song had a totally different chorus, a totally different title. And I'm trying to remember when I first put it down. I know it had to have been sometime before 2022. I was already working on it. Can live without the fun. Gotta let me get me some. I found my wild, wild, wild side, and it's coming out to play. Like a she-wolf I can't tame. I stay fierce, that's my style. I stay wild, I'm a wild child. I stay fierce, that's my style. I stay wild, I'm a wild child. Hey, it was a totally different record. I got some feedback from a trusted mentor. And I was like, you know what? I am going to re-engineer this song. The funny thing is that the melody that you hear came like this. It was like I was avoiding it, actually. I have voice memos where I did that melody and then I went and did other things and then I came back to that melody. I was avoiding it because I was like, should I be going with the first thing that pops into my head? And sometimes I like to challenge myself a little bit more, but I just could not let go of this melody. So I decided to just go for it and trust my instincts. Fun fact number 2, if you are following me on Instagram at Keba Music, that's at Keba Music, then you would have seen my post yesterday about doing the pre-production on the song. And as I said when I was talking about the Fun Friday, the Local for the Coco episode, I love writing bass lines. I love writing bass lines and I love creating a skeleton for a song because a lot of the times I can hear something in my head and it's hard to translate it for a producer to say like, this is what I'm hearing. So learning more about production has empowered me to be able to say, this is what it sounds like in my head and actually put together a demo that demonstrates that. Another thing is that I'm doing a crossover project. So my music doesn't land squarely in Afrobeats or squarely in dancehall or squarely in soca or calypso. It is a hybrid. So whereas a lot of people might use certain loops or samples to create their sound, I was building it pretty much from scratch and putting together the rhythms that I heard in my head the way I heard them. So the fundamental rhythm that was there just needed to come from scratch. Once I figured out what I wanted that to feel like, I felt a lot more comfortable looking for a collaborator that could hear what I did and take it to the next level. I didn't know how much of my own production would remain. I was really open to, seeing where someone else would take it. So I'm really proud of the fact that so much of the sounds that I selected or the motifs or the melodies that I designed for like the bass line or for the synth, I was really pleased to see like that stayed and that somebody else heard it and felt like, oh, this is neat and I can find ways to enhance this. So that was like a little tap on the back for my production exploration journey. Fun fact number 3. So if you've been following me for a while, you know that I tend to share a journal with my online family. And it just goes into a little bit more detail about what it is I'm going through or dealing with and my journey as an artist. And last year, I posted the mad scene, which was basically me crashing out about getting to a point where, with everything that was going on in my life, with everything that's going on in the world, I just felt very much in need of support. And I was consistently having poor therapy experiences. And it really weighed on me because by the time I was on therapist number 3, I said to myself, this is the last time. This is the last time I'm going to do this. And that experience in particular turned out to be a bit of a mind FUCK. And I had to take a step back and really be mindful of my mental state and be protective of it. And when I say protective, I mean even with people who are supposed to be a part of my support system, I really had to learn, what do I need in a support system? What do I need to hear? If I'm going to somebody for therapy, I'm open to learning how to undo patterns and how to get rid of limiting beliefs, but I'm not willing to do that in a way that is gaslighting to me. I'm not willing to do that in a way that undermines who I am as a person or undermines my goals and my aspirations as a woman. And so the culmination of this music has been so therapeutic for me. The line, bring back the sun, is like, bring back the light in these dark times. And that has so many layers for me personally. But I think releasing it at a time like this, I hope that people can connect with the idea of just bringing sunshine back into your life and you being the steward. Like, you can't look to external forces to necessarily give that to you. You have to insist upon creating and bringing sunshine back into your life. Fun fact number 4. So speaking of lyrics, of course, we have to get into the lyrics of Fun a little bit, and it wouldn't be me if I didn't have some double entendre in there. So for sure, Fun is light, it's free, there's a certain sense of childlike innocence to the melody and to even the background group vocals and stuff like that. It's just very buoyant. But there's also a sense of Stella had to get her groove back, you know? So there's also a sense of double entendre there in the way I say, let me get me some, or sneaky lines like my pum pum don't need permission. Those are ways that I just had fun with the lyrics. Or you could go ahead and judge me, you know, I like my pleasure guilty. You know, those were just ways in which I was like, oh, let's get creative here. Let's just have fun with some puns and some double entendres. And I hope people peep that and appreciate that in the lyric, because that's one of my favorite things about the song. And like I said, when I was doing fun facts about Loco for the Coco, it's just more fun for me musically to have these different layers as to how you can interpret the song. Fun fact number 5. Fun is the first of multiple releases on a project that I've been working on for the past 5 years. Like I was saying earlier when talking about therapy, it is one of a few records that I created with the intention of rehabilitating my own mindset. And so, not to give away too much or any spoilers, but each song on the project talks about something that I needed to work on receiving more of in my life. And in order to receive more of it, I either had to give up certain patterns, certain relationships, certain behaviors that weren't for my highest good, or I also had to adopt new practices, new boundaries, just new ways of showing up, new ways of asking others to show up. Finding good therapists, which I finally have now, has been a life changer for me, not just from the perspective of, okay, now I'm getting the support that I need with my well-being, but also just making me see and know that it is possible to get what you need. It is possible to get support. It is possible to have certain aspects of your life change. You just have to be willing to let go of the version of yourself that settles for less, or the version of yourself that's willing to accept less, or the version of yourself that is so used to accepting less that you didn't even realize that what you were accepting wasn't really what you wanted, or wasn't really what you deserved, because that is not fun. I can tell you right now, is the furthest thing from fun. So this is just the beginning. I think everybody deserves to have a glimmer of light, hope, and sunshine in their life. And I'm learning to be non-negotiable about that. I'm not saying that life won't be hard. I'm not saying that I won't work hard. If you know me, you know how hard I work. If you know me personally, you know that I grind. But one of my favorite scriptures is, "For I have plans for you to prosper and not to suffer." So with that, I tell you, go forth and prosper. Share it with other people. Take a moment to dance, to laugh, to just soak up a little bit of sunshine, whatever that looks like for you. I love you so much for joining me on this Fun Friday series. And stay tuned, because the official visualizer for Fun drops this Sunday right here on YouTube at 7:30 p.m. And I want to see you at the premiere. Ciao for now.